women and children from one end of the strip to the other like some pawns in some sick game. We have borne witness to the most barbaric acts of terrorism that we have ever seen in this world. Bearing witness to these atrocities have changed us all forever. As mothers, we cannot simply forget what we have seen. How can we forget the children who have had their heads blown off? How can we forget the children who have been left with no one to care for them? How can we forget the children that are having to be raised by their siblings? How can we forget the wails of the mothers who have had everything ripped from them? None of this is normal. And while we have breath in our lungs, we will never allow this to be normalised. Last Sunday on Mother's Day, mothers throughout this country gathered. They gathered in solidarity with the mothers of Palestine. It was a beautiful and peaceful event. We gathered in collective grief and in hope that our government will finally put any measure that they have in place to end our complicity, because our government's complicity is our complicity in genocide. Instead of coming down and taking our letter, they sent in the Gardaí. The Irish government decided to turn our peaceful gathering into a violent one. They decided to brutalise and violate our Mra. They are trying to intimidate us, and they are trying to silence us. But we are not afraid, and we will not be silenced. Ireland's solidarity with Palestine is unwavering, and it's recognised throughout the world. But this is not down to any action from the Irish government. That is down to the Irish people themselves. We have marched for 18 months now. We have protested and we have pleaded with this government. For 18 months, they have ignored us. Instead of listening to the will of the Irish people, this government have allowed the number of flights carrying these weapons through our skies to increase to the highest. They've allowed it to increase to the highest it has been in 13 years. Micheál Martin has decided to adopt the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance's definition of anti-Semitism, which is really just a tool that will allow any criticism of Israel to be deemed anti-Semitic. But we reject this. We are not anti-Semitic. We are pro-humanity. We are anti-genocide. We are anti-apartheid. And we are anti-ethnic cleansing. When we called for the state to tell the Israeli ambassador that she was no longer welcome here, the state said that keeping the lines of diplomacy with Israel open was vital. So we're calling now on the Irish government to open the lines of diplomacy with the Irish people. Here are the demands that were part of our letter that we didn't get to hand in last Monday. Number one, implement the Occupied Territories Bill. Number two, reject the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism. Number three, end the use of Shannon Airport for US military operations. Number four, prevent the Central Bank of Ireland facilitating the EU sale of Israeli bonds. Number 5, stop dismantling the Triple Lock. We will protect our children. Number 6, ban Israeli occupation forces soldiers from entering this country. They are not welcome here. We know the Irish government and governments throughout the world are under immense pressure from the US, a country whose president is openly discussing the US taking over the Gaza Strip and turning it into a seafront resort. Not in our name. But we will never allow this to happen, and our government can't exist without us, the Irish people. The Palestinian Solidarity Movement is the biggest movement in the world right now, and we are united in saying this slaughter will not happen in our name. We're calling in the wisdom and the strength of our ancestors and our elders, who have always been disruptors of systems of oppression. We are rooting into the energy of Mary Manning, of Karen Gearan and the rest of the Dunstore strikers. We will remain rooted in our humanity, rooted in our truth, and rooted in the knowledge that our country is complicit in the war crimes being carried out in Palestine. Tear gun sanctions! Tear gun Adam! Tear gun sanctions!